Hey, howdy, hey, happy Saturday and welcome to Disney Night Live. How's it going, everybody?
How's it going, all?
Hi, Morgan.
How's it going? Do we
Good.
have technical difficulties again?
We are. Could you tell from behind the scenes we were?
I could tell from behind the scenes, yeah.
My face said it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't share to our Facebook group again, and it is what it is. It's just, I even reached out and asked StreamYard for help, and they gave me another workaround, and it didn't work. But oh well, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. I can only share the YouTube link out, now for the show. So I shared that to all the groups that allow us to share, and I appreciate that as always. But we definitely aren't streaming from StreamYard into right directly into Disney Night Live. So it is what it is.
And I shared all my people, so hopefully.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
we'll have some fun tonight.
We're always going to have fun, no matter what.
That's
hi,
true.
Morgan. Hi, David from Lily. Hello. Hi, Kim. Hey, hey. We got Morgan from Dream Finding Parks with us, and we were supposed to have some other people, but they didn't show up. So it is what it is. That's how things work in the live streaming game, right? But we've got you with us tonight. We are Disney Night Live. We go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. We talk about different Disney topics, but tonight is round 3 of Universal Epic Universe updates. We've done 2 before. Yes, drum roll, please. Let me get rid of these silly banners. And just remind you that we're all over social media when it works correctly. But we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagrams, and all the other good stuff. So please join us, share us, love us, listen, comment. Whatever you could do to help would be greatly appreciated. Lily says, hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. It's like so long since I've seen you, Yeah.
Feels like, but just 5 minutes ago.
Feels like forever, like we just had dinner together.
Yeah. You guys should hang out more often.
We really should.
Yeah, I mean.
We hung out enough, I'll tell you, when we when we had the flu, we spent way too much time in bed, just checking our temperatures and comparing our fevers and taking medicines and not even watching TV because everything hurt. So yeah, that's what we did.
I would suggest a different bonding thing next time.
Yeah. Maybe next time, we'll go out to dinner or something.
A good date night out,
Oh yeah.
Dinner and a movie, something.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day is next Friday, so you got to do
coming
something.
up. Yeah. And our anniversary as well. So our anniversary is Feb 16th. We got married right around Valentine's Day. It'll be 17 years, 17 glorious years.
Well, happy early anniversary.
Thank you.
My parents got married on Valentine's Day.
On V-Day. Nice.
On Valentine's Day.
I love it.
Yeah.
Kim says quality time.
They'll be celebrating 44 years.
Wow. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
only 17. Kim, we got a ways to catch up. Just a
Yeah.
little bit of ways to catch up. I would like to. I always kind of try to tell people what I'm indulging in tonight. This is Cane Head High IPA. It is delicious. I went to a local store today. It is from Ocean, New Jersey, and Cane Head High or Cane Brewing. Reach out to me. We could do a sponsorship. I will drink your beers on air all the time. But I've been looking for this. I got it at Joe Canals, a liquor store that has a lot of selections, but it is a delicious IPA. I always try to let the people, doing the brewing and the beers that I'm drinking, we could do something. We could make this work.
I am drinking, in the words of Adam Sandler, high quality H2O.
I got the high quality H2O
in my Corksicle.
In the Corksicle.
If Corksicle would like to sponsor and send us Corsicles.
Yeah. Corsicles are great. We have several of them, and let me tell you, they work. I have a friend of ours, Megan, got Kim and I and Colton several years ago. Each one. We have an R2D2. I have the Darth Vader one, which is just all black with a red light. Yeah. And I use it every day still. I mean, this thing's got to be 6-7 years old, still kicking, holds up, keeps everything cold. And that's what I bring back and forth to work and in my car and drink throughout the day at work.
I do have to say, I'm a big fan of a water bottle in the parks. Doesn't matter which park. So I do have Corksicle water bottles. My boyfriend Thomas has Boba Fett. I have Ahsoka.
Oh, nice.
I have this lovely green monster here. He has a Miles Morales.
Oh, wow.
He has a nice wooden one both in this size.
Yeah.
I've got the Beauty and the Beast. I got him he's a Spider-Man person. So there's a whole stemless glass Spider-Man set that's Spider-Man, Miles, and Gwen Stacy.
Wow, cool.
So we could do a whole show on Corksicle. Like, I am on the Corksicle train.
Seriously. Yeah. And Corksicle, if you're listening, or Cane Brewing, reach out to us. We're really friendly people. We don't bite. We love water. We love beer.
I do like beer. I just happen to be drinking water.
Yeah. I kind of saved my drinking night till Saturday now, because again, we don't go out much. So Saturday I have a couple adult beverages. Kim says cups, tumblers, love them. We have a large collection of different kinds of cups and tumblers and coffee mugs, and but Corksicle is terrific. I don't want to forget.
We have a rule in the house: if you buy a new cup, tumbler, mug, one has to go.
That's my rule. Yes, okay. With anything in life.
Yeah.
Because of my OCD, so I don't buy anything unless something no longer works or it's like no good. So that's how I am. Yeah, I like to cycle things in and out only if you need them. Let's see, here it is. I want to make sure that we talk about our friends over at DMagicWorld.com. Again, 24/7 streaming Disney music station. If you're into just Disney parks music or music from Disney movies, you should check out the Magic World. It's always hard to tell there we are. Check out the Magic World, and you can tune in 24/7. Doesn't matter what time, day of the week, whatever it is, they're playing music. So you could choose from those two stations. You also get to kind of play, DJ with the Magic World by requesting what you want to hear from the park side. You want to hear a ride cue, a ride music, something from the parks. You let them know and they'll play it. And check out their homepage, because our Now That's Disney Facebook group has a tab on there. You can click it, takes you right to our Facebook group, which would be cool if you went to and joined. And if you're familiar with our Now That's Disney Facebook group, which Disney Night Live is supposed to be streaming to right now, you'll know that we released episode 99 of the Disney Night Live podcast, which is always last week's episode. I put it out on Saturday, the week after, it aired live. So Disney Overrated or Underrated is out now. And that was a lot of fun last weekend because there was so many things that we didn't even dive into. You know, me and the other co-hosts on Disney Night Live, we didn't even get a chance to like talk about. And then it really got interesting about what we felt was, you know, and again, this is just our opinion. We're not saying it should be your opinion. You should judge it for yourself. But, you know, what do you think is overrated or underrated? So yeah, please give a listen or check out. You can go back and watch the live video on our YouTube channel, or you could take in the podcast. However you take it in, please do so. We appreciate it.
So I feel like that could be a quarterly show too. Like,
right,
every quarter, let's do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's always going to be stuff that we think, or new things you try, new things that come out. But there was it's everything that you can experience at Disney. What's your opinion about it? And somebody got upset, I think, on Instagram, and they're like, "Who are you to say that this is underrated?" It's like, no, it's our opinion, and like, that's all it is.
Opinion, man.
Right, just my opinion. You know, I've had things to eat that I may love, and I saw somebody post on a Disney Facebook group today. They went to Tiffin's. They didn't like the food. They didn't like the service. We've eaten there 3 times. I think it's one of the best restaurants on property. So everyone's different, but it is nice to get that opinion, especially for newbies, because then you get an idea of what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So,
I know, like I have TikTok and everything, and every so often I'll kind of go like, hey, in each park, these are the restaurants that I would recommend and why. And people that haven't been, like, they'll even comment saying, oh, great, thanks. Like, that gives me something to go off of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It just gives you an understanding, and I like that. Some people want to be surprised with certain things. I kind of like to, say Disney opens a new attraction or something, or a new land. I like to look at it beforehand. Like Kim will say, oh, don't you want to see it in person? It's like, no, I kind of want to understand it ahead of time, versus people sometimes just want to experience it brand new. But everyone's different.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Exactly. And you could check out Morgan's opinions and everything. So all of her social media handles are Dream Finding Parks, right? You're on Instagram?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and even the TikTok.
The TikTok. I've never moved forward with TikTok or Threads. And it's only because I'm weird about how many apps I have on my phone. Again, it all comes down to OCD and how I arrange my icons and everything on my. But I think I do need to get into the TikTok. I think I do need to get into Threads, because I'll be on Instagram and it's like something comes up and it's like so-and-so did so-and-so on Threads. And then I go to click on it and I can't see it because I don't have Threads. So, but I'm just so weird about like things on my phone and storage. I've got so many issues. It's not funny. It is. Once I start talking about them, I kind of diagnose myself all over. Like, yeah, you're weird.
Go on mayoclinic.com and be like, yep, I got that. I got
it.
So before this becomes a medical show.
Right. Yeah, let's talk about so Universal Epic Universe. We've done 2 episodes so far, and I'm not an expert on Universal or Universal Epic Universe, but I know somewhat. And in the first 2 rounds, what we're calling rounds, we covered basically what it is, what it's all about, where we were in the second round, like with the construction. So there might be people watching or people that'll listen later and are like, okay, they don't know what Universal Epic Universe is. So maybe we should give them a quick overview again. Oh my God, it's snoring. It's snoring outside. Wait, Kim, I'm not even snowing, not snoring. Because she'll wake me up and yell at me for snoring too. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty bad with it. Yeah, snowing. I know we were supposed to get snow at 3. Now it's coming. Maybe we can give them a couple minute, like, again, what it is. What is Epic Universe? So this is going to take place in Orlando, Florida. It's a brand new park park, Universal Park, that is separate from their current Universal and Islands of Adventure.
Yep, it's the third gate, because I don't count the water park that they have as a third.
Right.
I feel like water parks are a different category than a
so
theme
too.
park.
Right.
So it's, in my opinion, their third gate. It's really cool because it is going to be fully immersive. It is going to have technically 5 lands. You've got right here in the picture, the middle is Celestial Park. And it really literally goes all the way down the middle. And then you've got the 4 parks on the side: Dark Universe, Wizarding World, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World. And all the way at the end there is the Universe Grand Helios Hotel. That is actually a hotel that you can access the park straight through. But one thing that's kind of, a lot of people are still trying to wrap their heads around if you haven't been there. As you see from this map, Epic Universe is not right next door to Islands of Adventure and Universal.
Yeah, their current Orlando locations. This is going to be a little bit of a distance away.
Yep. Now, that, of course, is something to keep in mind when you are booking the trip, which, you know, of course, David here can help you since he is a travel agent.
Morgan as well. I mean, there's so many of us.
Yeah.
And it really comes down to, like, again, preference and who you feel comfortable with. But
it's your show. I wanted to, you know.
That's fine. I love to just let people know.
Yeah.
I spoke to somebody earlier today about a Disney trip, and I'm like, you know, I just really got into doing the travel specialist stuff because I was already helping people. But the goal is to make sure people have good experiences, because I really hate when I read people like, went to Disney, did it sucked. It's like, well, did you plan? Did you, you know, so
yeah.
But there's things you should know about Universal Epic Universe, right? It's not going to be a walk away from Universal and Islands of Adventure, what is currently in existence right now.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys talked about the tickets. I don't know if the tickets were announced around too.
No, I don't think so.
So Epic Universe is opening in May. I believe May 22nd. Yes, May 22nd. Tickets are on sale. But it's not like going to Disney or the other 2 parks in Universal. You get a 5-day ticket and you can spend all those days. If you do a 3-day ticket or above at Universal, one of those days can go to Epic Universe.
Oh, wow.
So you can only do Epic Universe one day. And
okay.
Basically, you just got to keep in mind that and rightfully so, they're preparing for so many people wanting to go that it would be insane capacity every day, especially this, like the first 12 months minimum.
Right.
Now that also, in my opinion, as you saw on that map, since they're not side by side, Epic and the other parks, you also want to think about where you're staying.
Yeah.
So if you see from the map, like I said, Grand Helios is going to be on Epic Universe property, but right across the street.
Right. It's right in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks beautiful. I went to the preview center last summer and the model looks amazing. I've also seen pictures from BioReconstruct, which I don't know if they got a drone system or however they get the pictures. So yeah, this is my Epic Universe preview picture. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is still at City Walk.
Yeah, I believe it's still there.
Yeah. So
all right. So I have 2 questions and maybe you can answer. Number 1, the Helios Resort.
Yeah.
It's inside this area. Do you get any special access hours or anything from staying in this specific resort versus the other Universal resorts that are not inside Epic Universe?
You will get a separate entrance, because I don't know if you want to pull the map back up for the actual park.
This one. Yeah.
So Helios is technically the back of the park. So
Yeah.
everybody else that's driving or they're coming from other Universal resorts or whatever, they're actually going to come in at the other end. So you've got a private entrance basically,
Right.
just for guests. Now, you did see in the preview center, there is going to be parking. There is going to be an entrance on the other side of Grand Helios. So it's not like you have to drag your luggage through Epic Universe.
Right. Yeah, like you got to go all the way from Celestial Park all the way down to the resort. You're just getting a reverse path, basically.
Yeah, just like I know Grand California and Disneyland has a private entrance to California Adventure.
I've seen it in vlogs. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's basically that. Now Grand Helios, just like Disney has a value resort, a moderate, a deluxe, Universal has theirs in categories too.
Yeah.
Grand Helios is going to be the most expensive one.
Right.
That and like the Hard Rock at Universal.
Yeah, which is also pretty cool. I've seen the blogs on that as well. Didn't Universal, and I didn't know if it was affiliated with Epic Universe or it's just a new resort, but they just opened up several weeks ago. Is it Stella Nova?
Yep. So Stella Nova and Terra Nova, I think is the
right.
They're right across the street from Epic Universe.
Oh, okay.
So, and you can actually see the map that we had up, where like that the park is. So you see Stella Nova and Terra Luna. So Stella Nova's open. People have already stayed. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of reviews on it, and the media got access to inside of it.
Yeah. And then Terra Luna is, I want to say in a couple months that's going to open. Then obviously Grand Helios isn't going to open until May 22nd when Epic Universe opens.
Right. So they'll be in line in cahoots with each other.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
what's kind of cool is you kind of also have to rethink a Universal trip with Epic Universe now.
Yeah.
Because just like Disney, you've got bus transportation to the parks, and depending on what resort you're staying in, you also have boat access to City Walk if you're staying at like Sapphire Falls, Hard Rock, and Royal Pacific.
Yeah.
Well, have to keep in mind, if you are staying at any of the current Universal hotels, you're taking a bus to Epic. So I would kind of put it in context of like how I feel like Animal Kingdom, it's always the farthest park unless you're staying at All Star.
Right.
Something close by.
Yeah.
So it'd be like staying at like Contemporary or Polynesian and taking the bus to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
You're just going to be in the bus longer.
Yeah.
Which
is not bad. I mean, listen, I've stayed at Animal Kingdom. People are like, oh my God, the bus ride is dreadful. Okay, it's 20 minutes. And you know what? I didn't mind it. But again, everyone's different. So, that's really up to you. I just thought of another question. Thinking of the map.
Yeah.
So with the tickets, you get 3-day ticket. 1 day is going to be to Epic Universe, but there's all these different lands.
Yeah.
So, obviously, like,
I don't think you're going to be able to do everything in 1 day.
Right.
There's no way.
So this is like something you're going to have to go back for definitely a couple times to do each land. Like for me, I don't know how big these lands are going to be or how much time it's going to take. But if I'm really into Mario or Harry Potter or something, I want to really take that in. So maybe 2 days, 3 days. So right.
Well, you got to think about it. Each park has each land has at least one attraction.
At least
one. They of course have shopping. They of course have most of them are going to have meet and greets. Mm-hmm. Of course, restaurants, which I mean, you're not going to want to just eat it, want to be done. You want to eventually eat at all of them.
Yeah.
Then you add on at Super Nintendo World. You know how when we played the old classic Nintendo games and you had the little question mark thing and you had to power up
Yeah.
You are going to have a band that is almost like the Magic Band, but it gives you the access to actually do power-ups. Because I've seen the pictures from Tokyo.
Yeah.
So you can kind of live like you're in the game. Now, I don't know what the power-ups do, but let's just face it. How cool would it be to have the band on? You see a coin thing and you're just doing this, and you hear that class,
and it's tied into it does something, you know.
It does something.
It's interactive at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got Harry Potter magic, like the Ministry of Magic. You're gonna have wands there. There's gonna be a wand shop. It's not gonna be Ollivanders, because the Ministry of Magic is going to be in Paris.
Wow.
You got to kind of think, if you've seen the Fantastic Beast movies.
Yeah.
That is kind of the timeline that you're in Epic Universe's Wizarding World. But still, interactive wands around there.
Mm-hmm.
The interactive band at Super Mario World. That's 2 lands that have interactive stuff that you just want to walk around and play with.
Yeah. I mean, and it makes sense too, because the current Orlando Universal has Harry Potter things going on, but okay, how much of the same stuff do you want to do? It's like, this is going to have a different Harry Potter feel or take to it, right? Like, so still interactive, kind of like you know, Disney World used to do in Magic Kingdom, Sorcerers of Magic, or
the little card game.
Yeah, right. You know, where they had a card game, right? But people do, even at Galaxy's Edge with the Magic Bands and stuff, and you can go and capture bounty hunters and stuff, right? Like, it's interactive. Some people love to spend their whole day doing that. Some people want to go and do all the attractions and hit the restaurants and the shops. But
I mean,
you know,
I don't like the wands at all at Wizarding World. No,
I don't think you have enough to say that you enjoy the wands.
Not, and then I still have 2 over there that I can.
Will they work at Epic Universe?
They should.
They should. Okay.
Now, full disclosure, one kind of cool thing, and this is something cool with having a travel planner like one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, every time I've been there over the last couple of years at Universal, they have a thing where if you spend $300, which, let's face it, it's not hard to spend $300 at a theme park.
It can happen quickly.
And this is merchandise, not food. Spend $300, get a non-interactive wand. So what that means,
it's like a showpiece.
Yeah. So this is mine from Ollivanders. Not a character's, but I don't know if you can really tell, but there's kind of like a little thing.
Oh, like
this is how you make the whoosh and the stuff, and, you know.
Right, that's where the technology is.
Yes. But then, like, I think this is, me and my boyfriend got this one last summer. It is Theseus Scamander, and this is the free one that we got. So this is a character's wand. So it's not going to do anything.
Oh, yeah, but it's still really,
you
know, some people take like lightsabers and they spend a lot of money on them and they mount them to the wall and stuff, and they're really cool. Like, same thing, like, you could do that with these, and you could have a collection of different wands, and then some of them you'll bring to Universal with you that are interactive, and some will always stay maybe on your wall.
I mean, I full disclosure, like, when I get my own place, I plan on these being displayed on my wall somewhere. Just like my boyfriend has all the lightsabers, they're going to be displayed on the wall somewhere. And then, of course, there are collector's edition wands. So there's going to be collector's editions for the Ministry of Magic. So, I mean.
Right. Yeah, special. Right. Kim, I want a wand. You know, people collect things and they hang them up and stuff. Like, Kim has a collection of pictures of me. It's cool, but kind of creepy too. A little cringy. She has like a whole wall dedicated to pictures of me.
I don't know. Now I want to say, what are you doing in the pictures? Are you making funny faces? Are
Just
you picking your
silly poses,
nose?
She's
You
into
know.
weird stuff, this one. Now she wants a wand. Kim, you would love I think you would love like Universal, and she's never been,
Oh,
and I haven't been in a very long time, so I really think she would enjoy it. Colton would enjoy it.
I love it, and it's just, to me, even though like when we stay on Disney property, you have all the convenience to stay on Disney property with the transportation, and
Yeah.
all of that, early magic hours. You can actually still get that at if you do a Universal package. I feel like I'm like just trying to sell Universal packages, but
Yeah.
this is the truth.
Sell.
Even if like you go next week, you actually get early access to one of the Wizarding Worlds at either Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios every morning. So, and when I went in March last year, me and my mom actually did that. And you would think like everybody from all the resorts are going to have an hour early access. It's going to be crowded. It's not.
Well,
100% worth it compared to what it's like once the park is in full swing.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
I want to see the conversations when you get off the live show and you're like, Kim just like, really? Did you have to go there?
They're ridiculous. Yeah. It's always ridiculous between us.
Yeah.
I just do and say dumb stuff.
Yeah. But staying at Universal, you get the same type of conveniences that you do at Disney.
Right. So there's different perks involved.
Yeah.
Last time we talked, again, we were kind of, so in the first round, we talked about what everything is at Epic Universe. And we did some construction stuff. Round 2, we gave an update to construction. So what is opening date for Epic Universe?
May 22nd.
Okay, so May 22nd. We're only a couple months away. We're 3 months away, basically.
Right. All the photos I've seen from Bio Reconstruct it's pretty close to looking done.
Yeah. Right.
There's rumors on social media that the Starbucks in Universal is open and they are serving to team members and construction, like people that are in the park right now getting it ready.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Which that's a perfect way to get all the kinks worked out before opening day.
Right.
I thought that was really smart.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just last Friday, Universal posted a picture of some team members because they're team members at Universal. They're not cast members.
They're not cast, team.
Yeah. But they were in their How to Train Your Dragon Isla Burke costumes, and they're going to be dressed like Vikings because that's what makes sense.
Right.
I don't want to see t-shirt and dress pants on my team members in Isla Burke. I want to see a Viking.
No. Yeah, I really like Toothless the dragon.
You can meet Toothless.
Yeah, which is all right. So we have a black cat, and we had a black cat before him, and black cats to me kind of look like Toothless a little bit, and he's really a cute character. So I would like to meet Toothless.
You can meet Toothless. There's going to be a show as well.
Right.
You can eat at the Mead Hall, and there's at least 2 rides that I can think of. Like when if anybody has a chance to go to City Walk and look at the preview center, Isla Burke looks like the biggest land besides obviously Celestial Park, because that's like the whole middle. But it looks like the biggest land.
Do you think they'll have mead there to drink?
Considering that I think the place is called the Mead Hall, if they don't have mead, they are missing out.
Gonna be pretty upset. Mead got popular for a couple of years, kind of with Game of Thrones, and then stopped. But I did see some on the shelves today at the liquor store when I was there, picking up the Scrumptious Canehead High IPA. So yeah, and you could drink mead probably out of really cool mugs, but
I would totally do that. Like I get a butterbeer when I go to Wizarding World, which speaking of butterbeer, March 1st is butterbeer season.
It officially kicks off
March 1st.
March
they
1st.
Started doing this last year, and if you went, ignore the pens. You got, this was the souvenir mug. It's metal.
Are you team hot or team cold butterbeer? What is
Cold.
okay?
Because also, I'm in Orlando. I don't usually want a hot drink when I'm in Orlando.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Right.
even in December.
Yeah. No, but definitely if you're walking around in like August in Orlando, like you've got a hot beverage, it's not gonna go. Yeah, you're just not gonna make it far.
But yeah,
Morgan, you're the only person I bet that has a cat tower as big as ours. Yeah, yeah, we have a big cat tower in our living room, or whatever you want to call it, family room, when you walk in our home, and it's in the corner and right by the front windows, so the cats have a beautiful view outside of everything going on.
Yeah, this looks out to the front of the house.
Yeah.
And as you see, it's almost as big as the window. And then we have one that looks at the back of the house. So
same thing. Yeah, right. We have two small ones at the back, sliding door.
Yeah.
Kim's good question. And my answer is no, it's not.
It's not.
It's not an alcoholic. It's more of a butterscotchy drink.
I don't know if I would describe it. So I'm not a butterscotch fan, but I actually like butterbeer. And when somebody said that butterbeer tastes like butterscotch, for the longest time, I was like, I'm not going to try it. I don't like butterscotch.
Right.
But when I finally tried it, I'm like, no, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's really refreshing. Now, is it something I want to drink all day long in the parks? No.
Right.
But it's when in Rome, you have a butterbeer or you have a pumpkin juice.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. It's kind of like, excuse me, and I love butterscotch. And when I was a kid, I would love the Krimpets. I don't know if you remember, like Krimpets always had that like butterscotchy taste to me, or butter icing maybe. So I don't know if you're younger than me. So Krimpet was, yeah.
It also might have been a northern thing.
It could be, yeah. There's like a Tasty Cakes deal.
Yeah. I mean, we have Tasty Cakes at the grocery store.
Yeah, Krimpets. I don't know if anybody else out there watching knows about Krimpets, or Kim. Remember Krimpets? Anyone? Oh, you know what I feel like I need to do now?
Are you not Googling it?
I've got to Google. I've got to go to the Google on my phone and type in Krimpets. I don't even know if Krimpets butterscotch comes right up. This is terrific. Okay. Look at that. Let's go to images. I'm learning people right now. These are Krimpets.
Okay. Yeah, we had Tasty Cakes, but I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I didn't realize that was what they were called.
Yeah, they're Krimpets, butterscotch. But oh my God, Lily says no, she doesn't know about them. Oh my God, they were so good, and they had this funny, like wigwaggy shape, you know. They weren't like straight off.
I've never seen those, but I've seen that Tasty Cakes, because they have Tasty Cakes in the grocery store here.
Maybe Universal should have some sort of Krimpet thing with the butterbeer, so you can do double butterscotch.
They probably should. Like,
just my opinion.
Most of the time, I get a butterbeer at like a little kiosk outside. So maybe if you got it like in one of the restaurants, they have a nice complimentary pastry with it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never going to turn down a pastry.
Yeah.
Yep, never.
And they are going to have butterbeer at Epic Universe. So even the wizarding Parisians.
Parisians.
Well, I mean, it's going to be based in Paris. Stuff's going to be French.
Yeah. I've only seen the first. Oh my God! Now I forgot the name of the movie.
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, I've only seen the first one and I enjoyed it. So I think I need to dive into second one.
If I'm not mistaken, they're all on Max, even all the Harry Potters.
Yeah.
So if you have Max, I mean, my only problem with the second one is Johnny Depp was the villain in the first one.
Yeah.
And he got recast because of that whole BS.
Oh, with Amber.
Yeah. when he was losing all of his jobs. That was one of the jobs he
Yeah.
lost.
Oh, okay.
So you have to kind of like tell your brain, okay, yes, Johnny Depp's not coming. This guy is the bad guy. This guy is the
Right.
character. This is the guy from the first movie. He's just different face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Always different when they kind of recast somebody and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh." Yeah.
but
All right.
yeah,
But
if you watch both the movies, that's the time period. So you're gonna get like a 30s vibe in Epic Universe at the Ministry of Magic.
love it.
You can travel via flu powder, which you saw that in the Harry Potter movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of new technology coming.
Yeah.
Dragons flying somehow. Yeah, and then this. So, I mean, they seem to have a lot. They're bringing a lot to this.
Yes.
And introducing a lot. So.
Yeah. And I mean, we didn't even talk about Dark Universe yet, which that's going to be all the classic monsters.
Right. Which would be probably the first one that I would head to. Just because, again, I'm older and I love.
Yeah.
Is this it here in the picture?
Yep.
Okay.
So
yeah.
One thing that they're doing, so these little circle things are like the portals that you're going to walk through that's going to transport you to these different lands. Like it's a completely immersive storytelling park, you know?
So this is Dark Universe. This is How to Train Your Dragon.
Yep.
Isle of Berk. We've got Super Nintendo World, which really looks cool. Colvin would probably love that. This is also Super Nintendo World looks like to me.
And I want to say Super Nintendo World's gonna have 2, maybe 3 attractions.
Yeah, you would think.
This is Ministry of Magic. So this is Harry Potter.
Okay. Yeah, you could say, is that a wand on top of the tower?
Yep.
Kind of like the yeah.
Yep.
This is also kind of just like a artist rendering, I guess, of what it will look like.
Yep. There's supposed to be like some kind of circus show in there. Like it just sounds really cool. That's for How to Train Your Dragon.
I love How to Train Your Dragon. I said it just a little while ago, but
my boyfriend loves How to Train Your Dragon. Anything Toothless, I buy him when we're at Universal.
Toothless is just he's just adorable.
Yeah.
Is this the
this is the hotel? Yeah.
Wait.
Grand Helios.
Grand Helios. Grand. Helios Grand. It does look grand to me. It's a very pretty resort. It has to me a little bit of oh God, what am I thinking of? Temple-ish, like with the rounded domes, maybe.
It gives me very much like that whole Celestial Park makes me think very like 30s, 40s, very
Taj Mahal-ish
look
to me. For me, the Nintendo World looks amazing. Yes, they all do. They really do. And here's the preview center. Morgan was kind enough to send all of these photos, and there's a couple videos as well.
Yeah.
This
kind of needs a backstory. So when you go in, they have these little signs all over the model. This is the model that says AI, and I'm like, how do I get the AI to work? Well, there's an app.
Right.
So when you download the app, this is a picture with the app on. You see the dragon in the photo. You don't see that unless you're looking through your phone through the app. It's just the building.
Right.
So you actually the dragon's actually moving when you're watching this. It was like, okay.
Very cool.
If I'm not already excited, you guys are just making me more excited. Can this place open?
Yeah.
The
technology they seem to be using here is
and you can see the dragon flying up top.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And like I said, this is just the model. So this
is
these right
artist renderings and models. Because you can't.
Yeah. That's my dad.
I can't. Hello, the cat's Morgan.
Dad.
Yeah. And Crimbit got me through. Yeah. See,
Okay.
He's a
My,
Crimpet fan.
my dad's from Pittsburgh, so he's from the north. So
yeah, Crimpets. Yeah. I love them, and we were talking about butterscotch, and it kind of brought back that time in my life.
I bet you after the show, me and my dad are now gonna like Google and see if we can like order them from Amazon.
Get some Crimpets. So I kind of got through my 20s with Crimpets and Dipsy Doodles and Suzy Q's. So if people aren't familiar with what this corn chip is that I'm talking about, a Dipsy Doodle, it is a Frito on steroid. It's got ridges in it, and it's about 2 to 3 times bigger than a regular Frito. And then Suzy Q for me was always my favorite pastry because in the package you got 2. You got 2 big ones, kind of like a what are they called? Devil Dog, but these were softer cakes with a lot of cream inside, and again 2. So if you went to a vending machine and you had your choice of, I'm going way off topic here, 2 tiny little Devil Dogs or 2 giant fluffy Suzy Q's, you should go with Suzy Q. But anyway, I digress. All right, back to Epic Universe.
This is Dark Universe again. This is the AI showing you inside, because there's going to be this cool coaster with like, I might mess up the storyline, but if I'm not mistaken, it's Dr. Frankenstein's like granddaughter now has control of the building and is trying to keep the monsters in line or something like that. Like,
I love it.
That ride looks amazing, and the queue looks like you're going through the graveyard. I mean, like,
fun.
Yeah. And there's going to be a steakhouse that's vampire themed, which was genius, in my opinion.
Sounds it. I'm going to grab another beer real fast, but I can still hear.
They're also
talk to you. It's all you, Morgan.
Yeah. They're also doing a monster makeover in Dark Universe. So basically think of, if you wanted to do Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, but you can't because you're a grown-up, you can go become a monster instead at Dark Universe, Epic Universe.
Yeah, that's free for me, but some people have to pay to become a monster. When you're already a monster. But wow,
you can actually look like one instead of just act like one.
Just acting like a monster.
Yeah. They can do the whole green. So the windmill is actually supposed to light on fire in the Epic Universe as well. So
right.
You can see this in the AI.
Kim says. Kim's still stuck on the pastry. Sorry, honey. I prefer Devil Dogs. Devil Dogs, boo. Give me a second. Maybe I'll give you something if you could just hold it down for me for like 30 seconds. I'm coming right back, but I'm going to mute myself. I don't know if you want to just chat about Epic Universe, like something else about the windmill or something, but I will about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I have to step away for a second. All right.
Yeah. So like I said, Dark Universe gonna have, I want to say that just that one attraction, the steakhouse, which I'm trying to find the name of it because I want to say it's even like Das Steakhouse, like German, because obviously the movies are based in Transylvania. So like that just right there was like, I must eat at this place because it just sounded good. And then so I'm scrolling through what we know so far for Epic. Because you've got, let me see if it's okay. Yeah. So the ride it's Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. So like I said, the granddaughter is doing the ride. And it says, put you in the midst of an angry revolt of fiendish monsters. So basically all the monsters are going to come after Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
Oh my goodness. Exciting.
And then the other ride is going to be Escape the Claws of the Curse of the Werewolf, which I want to say where the windmill is going to be where the werewolf ride is.
That says any fireworks?
There's probably going to be fireworks. So my dad usually asks this because I want to say it was Epcot's 30th and we hadn't taken Dad to Disney in a while. And you know how when Disney does fireworks, but they do it for a special event, it's their regular fireworks, and they always add a little oomph.
Because like they call it a tag,
Yeah.
right? Or like they do just a little bit extended version and nicer.
So we were there for Epcot's 30th birthday, like on the day. And we're watching, this is Illumination. So we're watching Illuminations. Ooh. Illuminations over, and they do just this whole big boom, boom, like so many fireworks you could like feel your body vibrating.
Yeah. I love that.
So my dad's been a fan of that, like since he experienced it.
Yeah.
So
he would have loved. So Kim and I got engaged at a winery in New Jersey, and we would go every 4th of July. They would have this really big, they stopped doing it, unfortunately. They would this really cool band. I think their name was Cairo. And they would not rent out, they would just consume like a lot of their land where they grew the grapes. And they would have this, cool, you could buy bottles and glasses of wine and be there all day and night. But at the end of the night, they had this fireworks show. And because it was in this open valley in really beautiful, like rural New Jersey, the fireworks would echo the sound of them, but you would feel them.
Oh, awesome.
It was like your dad would have if he likes that, he would have loved it.
Yeah.
Alba Vineyards in West Milford, New Jersey, village of Finesville. But yeah, so we got engaged there. And but I love that. I love feeling that whole thing. I mean, so if windmills on fire aren't enough for you, hopefully there's fireworks.
Well, what's interesting is when you do the AI on the model, and I don't think I got it, like, because I'm watching it, I kept trying to like get the photo. A bunch of little fireworks would come up, and it looked like it was coming up over, Grand Helios. So I'm like, does this mean there's going to be fireworks?
Right.
Or are they just doing this because the model and they're,
Yeah. Don't send me like down a path that I'm not sure, or like if you show me that, I'm going to expect fireworks then.
Yeah.
Let me see. Go back to the media.
As Disney people, don't tease us with fireworks and not give us fireworks.
And don't give us fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disney does fireworks very well.
Yes.
Again,
anytime I've seen fireworks outside of Disney, I'm just like,
yeah, you're like, Again, yeah, that's why I love this like winery, like, because their fireworks were not disappointing. Sometimes you'll go to like a town thing for 4th of July and you wind up sitting in your car stuck in traffic or whatever it is, and then the fireworks are just so. When you see Disney fireworks and then you find out like, hey, they spent so much money and so much time on these presentations. Yeah. If it's done right, it's terrific.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for Epic Universe, but maybe we could spend a few minutes kind of talking about, because we got into it a while ago. And my feeling is, again, that people always say, hey, like, this is going to take away from Disney. This could take away from Disney, the draw, tickets. And I think you were on that show and me and Jason were kind of discussing, like, so do you still feel this is going to have a decent effect on Disney and pulling away from their crowds?
I think the only way that it's not going to do that is for the demographic that has the littler ones. Just because, I mean, even Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure that are currently there.
Yeah.
Basically, Dr. Seuss Land in Islands of Adventure is really the only like little ones friendly, like, because they're about their coasters. Like, they are more of the thrill park than Disney is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of always been their thing. So I feel like the little ones, like the families that got the little ones, they're still going to Disney. They're not,
true. Yeah.
Now,
Oh no.
mm,
Kim says there was a 7.6 earthquake in Cayman Islands. That's very sad.
yeah, hope
Oh,
everybody's
boy.
okay.
Yeah. Just dropping in some news here.
Yeah.
I feel that, and especially Magic Kingdom, that's where a lot of people take their little ones, especially, wanting to, well, they took out the, I think they got rid of the Pirates thing so they have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop still, but they took away the Pirates thing where you could become a pirate for the day.
Yeah, I think that's gone.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, so with Universal, maybe a little bit of an older crowd, right?
Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights, teenagers, kids
Tweens
older.
to teens are probably going to be the youngest. I feel like now. I mean, like, yes, there's going to be that one kid that's 9 years old that loves monsters.
Right. Oh yeah.
So Dark Universe is right up their alley. Obviously, like I always tell people when they're asking me Disney or Universal, I was like, well, first of all, yes to both. It all depends on what somebody's into. If you've got family members that are into Harry Potter, then obviously that's Universal, including Epic Universe when it opens.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Jurassic Park. Trying to think what else. Simpsons, which I find funny since Simpsons are technically Disney now. But Simpsons, all the Marvel land, the Hulk roller coaster.
Marvel, yeah. I did Hulk once.
I mean, if you want to meet anybody besides Guardians of the Galaxy, you have to go to Universal. And Disney World is not going to get the X-Men, the Hulk, any of the characters that are represented at Universal Islands of Adventure.
And they're more accessible at Universal. So this is a very long time ago, but they still had really cool characters, and it was like Wolverine and other characters, and they pull up on like 3-wheelers and stuff, and they just come in and they're but people aren't harassing them like that happens with characters at Disney. So your interaction time is definitely, for me, was really cool and better than Disney World, because everything's so scheduled at Disney. And
there's still character meets too. Like there's a Marvel breakfast that you can do. My boyfriend is a huge comic book Marvel guy. So one of these times I've got to do the Marvel character breakfast, because he loves Wolverine. We named our cats after X-Men. So
hi Troy. Thank you for commenting.
Hey Troy, how's it going? From Maine. Ooh.
Hello, Maine.
But
New Jersey here.
North Carolina.
Yeah. So we name our we have a cat named Navi. And we have a cat named Baloo. And we had a cat named Mowgli. Yeah. So yeah, we like to keep our themes with names and stuff, but this just all sounds so cool to me from a person who is predominantly a Disney worlder. I would love to see these lands. I would really like to take my time in these lands. I would love to experience things that you don't, again, different than Disney. And that's because, we're a Disney live show. We're a Disney Facebook group, but Universal plays a huge part in Orlando theme park life. So I want to make sure, especially with something as big as this coming. I mean, this is epic. I mean, it's not just called Universal Epic Universe for a reason.
Yeah.
Universal Epic Universe is going to be epic, whether or not you feel it's going to take away from Disney or not, or you're into Universal versus Disney. People are going to want to see this.
Yeah.
And there's so many different things that you could see.
Yeah. And there's always something going on. Everybody says there's always a festival at Epcot. Well, there's still also stuff always going on at Universal. Like right now is their Mardi Gras celebration.
Right. Which they do well.
It's so much fun. I got to do it for the first time last year. They've got food booths just like Epcot does their food booths, but it's all Mardi Gras carnival. So you do have a New Orleans booth and you can get beignets. I got like a fried green tomato po' boy, which was delicious. I got like my souvenir drink that glows. They have a band that goes around playing that Mardi Gras music.
Right.
Also,
they have floats.
They have floats. You can actually sign up to be in the float.
On the float, throwing
on
beads.
the float. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this is Universal. If you are in the crowd, you don't do what is stereotypical at Mardi Gras. That's all I'm going to say.
True. Yeah. Yeah. This is non-New Orleans Mardi Gras type stuff going on.
Keep it family friendly at Universal.
Right. So get your beads, but you don't have to earn them. Yeah.
Just
get
wave,
them.
you know.
Wave, right. Wave.
Yeah. They have popcorn buckets, which I got the popcorn bucket last year. It's super cute. I can go off screen and grab it, but it's an alligator with the crown.
Yeah.
It's the same popcorn bucket this year. So Universal's even on their popcorn bucket game.
Right.
Like, if you haven't been to Universal in a while, it's totally worth going. I highly recommend staying on property. And I even tell people all the time, like, if you want to do both, I'd even consider doing a split stay. Like, if you want to. Some people aren't a split stay kind of family. They're like, I want to unpack, and that's where I am for the week. Like,
well, right. So Kim will say that. Like, I would maybe, but even on the same property, say at Disney, I would do different Disney resorts. Yeah. But what I don't want to do is go moving from Disney to Universal or back, right? So I always ask, like, if I'm helping somebody with a trip, they're like, oh, we'd like to do one day at Universal. It's like, okay, great. Do you want to stay at Disney or do you want to move over, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's convenience. If I'm on vacation, I want convenience. Kim says, LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, so I would do a split stay at the same location, same, like Disney World or Universal, but I don't know if I'd want to go back and forth, but everybody's just different. Yeah. Some people don't mind packing up. Some people live out of the suitcases. Some people don't put stuff into the drawers, you know? Yeah. So, but convenience to me too. And these parks offer convenience, resort wise, park wise, you know.
And I always tell people, like my boyfriend's a perfect example. We've been together 6 years. First time he went to Disney World was 1999. So of course, meeting me, he went to Disney. He's gone to Universal. He's just now learning about the convenience of staying on property.
Yeah.
Like we do sometimes stay in timeshare. My parents do have timeshare that we borrow. But last summer we did a video game conference that was actually at Universal. We stayed on property at Aventura, and he loved the fact that, oh wait, we don't have to drive here every day.
Have to drive, yeah.
Like that,
even if it's a half hour.
Yeah, but I-4 like if you're staying at Disney or on the Disney side of Orlando, sometimes that I-4 traffic is a pain in the butt.
It's like a beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, when I go to work, I drive at least an hour both ways, at least.
Yeah.
When I'm on vacation, I don't want to really drive.
Yeah, you don't want to do it on vacation.
Yeah. I want to do something different on vacation.
Yeah.
Again, if I'm on vacation, I'm also taking in some adult beverages, and I don't want to drive. So the fact that I can, you know, at all these different places, take a bus, a boat, you know, a Skyliner, some sort of transportation, I'm gonna do that. So I don't have to get behind the wheel. So yeah.
And even think about, like, if you're a late night park person, like you're at the parks until it closes.
You're tired.
You really want to get in the car and drive back to
say an hour.
Yeah. You know, at least 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To the Disney side. But of course, it's going to be more if there's traffic. So I tell people all the time, like, you got to keep that in mind. And if you're flying, are you going to Uber? You know, which granted, I have booked clients, like they have a shuttle service from Disney to Universal.
Right. Yeah.
So I have booked people that. They said they were great customer service. So I always recommend that to clients when I talk to them.
Some people get cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, I know. It's also like the mystique of it too. Like when I stay at Disney, it's like Kim and I like to pretend we're in the bubble.
Yeah.
And we know what exists outside of it, but we're in the bubble. And for that time while we're there, nothing really exists outside of that life for us.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to pretend and be in that bubble and treat it like that, and not see not get behind the wheel on a road. You know, if I'm on a monorail, right? You know, like it's all different. So yeah, we both like it. It's enjoyable. So, but that's up to your preference.
One great thing about Orlando is there's no right or wrong answer on how you want a vacation.
Yeah. Right.
If you want to get a timeshare, I mean, I've gotten a timeshare many times. Like I said, my parents own timeshare. When I went last month, me and my mom stayed in a timeshare. We stayed at Bonnet Creek, right beside Disney, because we were doing Disney and some other stuff.
Which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do the timeshare. Nothing wrong with the timeshare. But also, we're pass holders. We don't have to pay to park. You know, like you got to factor all that in.
You've got to, right. Again, part of your research and knowing what you're doing with these trips, which is always good. People are like, oh, what can a travel agent do for me? Well, we know these things, so we can help you know whether or not you're going to get into extra fees with parking and stuff, or, you know, you're not. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to pay to park at Universal too. So that's another thing to think about. And that's, to me, that's another perk in staying on property, and either doing a split stay or, you know what, and just because I'm fortunate enough that I go to Orlando enough. Is this going to be a Universal trip? And so that way I'm going to stay at Universal, or is this going to be a Disney trip and I'm going to stay at Disney?
Right. Yeah.
You know, I've done it that way too. Like I said, when me and my boyfriend went this summer for the video game conference, it was at Universal. We went to Animal Kingdom one day, but we stayed at Universal. And that was literally, while we were there, my boyfriend says, let's go to Animal Kingdom. Which, of course, my planner brain is like,
yeah,
you know. But hey,
you asked me to go to Animal Kingdom any day, I'm there with it.
Yeah, but he's not a pass holder, so then I was like, okay, I gotta get him a ticket. And
right, yeah, oh yeah,
yeah. My planning brain starts going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We want to know. So once we put, and again, I mean, so you can watch this episode on YouTube on a rewatch. You can hear it once we put it out next Saturday as a podcast, but we want to know what your opinion is on Universal Epic Universe, what you feel about it. Are you excited about it? We also want to know what you think, because I don't think it's going to have that big of a draw away from Walt Disney World versus other people do. So I want to kind of get an understanding of, do you think it's going to take away a lot of people at the gate at Walt Disney World? How long too? Do you think that people are going to go to Universal Epic Universe versus Disney World for, say, a year, say longer than a year, or permanently will it take away? So let us know however you can, like in the comments of the YouTube video, or in the podcast, however you can tell us. We'd love to know. But at the end of the day, this is Epic Universe round 3 for us. Yeah. So, and I want to thank Morgan for basically just supporting me through this whole episode. Again, I know nothing about this. We were supposed to have 2 other co-hosts show up tonight that didn't show up. And she is knowledgeable and knows all about this stuff. So thank you, from Dream Finding Parks. Yeah?
Yep.
I get it. All right. I got
yep. Dream Finding
Parks. Check out Morgan.
Find me on all the socials.
Check out Morgan on all the socials, on the interwebs. And, well, I see a comment. It's probably, let's see, before we say goodnight. Yep. Oh, Lily says, another interesting show. We don't like Universal, so we won't be going. Hey, again, everybody eats, right. Eats his own. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah. That's why I always ask people, what are you interested in? What's the family interested in? If if nobody in the family is interested in Universal, then
why go?
Why go?
Or try it. And if you don't like it, then you don't go back. If you love it or you like it, you go back.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. But again, thank you to everybody who tuned in to Disney Night Live. We really appreciate it, regardless of our streaming issues. Again, I will get it figured out. Trust me, guys. I always get it figured out. But I appreciate anybody who tunes in, however you tune in. We really do appreciate you and your time. So thank you to Morgan, and thank you to everybody. Here's our outro, and we'll see you guys next week. Right? Have a great enjoy the game tomorrow. Go Chiefs.
Go commercials.
Go commercials. Go food. And
go halftime show.
What do they call it? Thank you, Kim. The big game. We're not allowed to say the SB words, right? Because we don't have rights to it and we can get sued. So we're going to say, enjoy the big game tomorrow. And everybody have fun. Be safe. Stay healthy.
So now you got to go to Universal.